Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling here. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day to watch the video, much appreciated. And today I'm going to give you guys a little seminar, just sort of a brief foundational seminar on fishing bluffs, because bluffs are one of the top structures to fish in the fall time of the year. I'm going to actually idle down this bluff right here, and I'm going to show you some of the key features. And next time you're on the lake, it'll really help you identify the best places to fish on these bluffs. Real quick, just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder. If you haven't had a chance, please check out that View Products tab when you start the videos. At the bottom of the video when it starts, it'll say View Products. I throw about 30 products in there I think you guys might be interested in. And if you just click on one of those products and look at them, the channel gets a small percentage of that proceed. You don't have to buy anything, just click on the link. It's a good way to support the channel. Much appreciated. So anyway guys, let's go. I'm going to idle down this bluff. I'm going to take you guys and show you what to look for, so check it out. Okay guys, here's one of the key features on a bluff right here. This is the Bluff End right here. Now you have your bluff, main lake bluff leading up to this point here, and this is what's called a Bluff End. You guys have probably heard people talk about it in bass fishing. Usually there's a creek entrance or a cove associated with the bluff end. These are always magnets right here, guys. Bluff ends are always excellent because not only do you have the point right here, and those fish will get out on the point depending upon the slope of it, but usually from the point about 100 feet or so back in, this is one of the sweet spots on a bluff. A lot of fish will stage here, they'll stay right here all year long, especially in the fall. They move up off of these points and they'll just start their way down the bluff. But this key area right here is what's called the Bluff End. Here's another key area in a bluff. This is a little bit more subtle right here. Now, anytime you have some type of an irregular feature or transition, this is a sweet spot. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of a rock slide right there. Rock slides are awesome places on bluffs. They're one of my favorite places to fish. And a rock slide will create some type of a transition. You can see like the bluff here, it's solid rock, gradually moving in to the broken rock right here. So this entire area right here is going to be a sweet spot, and also the rock pile will go out in deeper water off of here. So a lot of times the rock slide is maybe 10 or 20 foot off the bank, but always pay attention to these rock slides and these transition areas like this. One of the important things you want to do when you're fishing bluffs is you do want to graph these areas quite a bit, because you can learn a lot about a bluff by simply graphing the bottom. You can find out, if there's any suspended fish on the bluff. You can find out the angle of the bank. You can find out if there's any timber off of these bluffs a lot of times. So what I usually do when I'm fishing a bluff for the first time is I may idle down the entire length of the bluff, and I'm just sort of seeing for the slope off the bank. I'm sort of seeing, maybe where some ledges are on the thing, maybe see where some of the more vertical parts of the bluff are. Because when you look at a bluff, a lot of times, the bluff is not an indicator of what it looks like underneath here. Sometimes it can seem like it can drop off, really sharp and steep, but there may be a ledge 10 or 15 feet out away from there, and it may only be 4 or 5 feet deep. So by graphing an area like this, you learn a lot with it, and you can also, get a feel, if there's bait fish out in the area, because if there's bait fish suspended out off the bluff, a lot of times they're going to move to the bank at some point, and it just makes the bluff a little bit better. This is another one of my favorite areas to look for on a bluff, is anytime you can see big boulder rock like that. The big boulder rock, like you can see along the bank right here, is a key feature. The bigger the rock, I found out, that busts off from a bluff is even the better. Notice that one up there like that. You got some big giant chunk rocks right there, big flat rocks. These large rocks off of a bluff where they, basically they fall down off the top and they come into the water here. These big rocks will hold some big fish all year long, especially in the fall. This is one of my really favorite features on a bluff also, is a vertical wall like this. Now the vertical walls, a true vertical wall, is just like you see right there. It goes into the water the same way it is above. It drops straight down. You got a sheer vertical drop on there. And this is one of my favorite areas to fish for suspended bass. I get that boat right tight, parallel the vertical walls. These don't get a lot of pressure. Probably everybody fishes like the transitions, which are good too. But these vertical walls can be really good, like, slow rolling spinnerbait or fishing a swim bait down the side of them, especially in the fall and especially in the late fall. Hey guys, there was just a sort of a brief tutorial on fishing bluffs. I mean, all bluffs are different, and a lot of the stuff that you have to consider when you're fishing bluffs is the water clarity. The water clarity and the water temperature will dictate technique on the bluff. We'll do some more stuff later on that, but I just sort of wanted to give you guys sort of a foundational guide on what to look for when you come up to these bluffs. So hope it helps you guys catch some, and we'll talk to y'all later. See ya.